I'm home.
Don't give me that shit again.
Huh?
All you care about is your banks and your stupid feud with the land grabs. You're giving that family way more attention than your own, as it's always been.
Look who's talking. I know I'm never going to win Parent of the Year, but neither are you. You missed your daughter's graduation because you'd rather spend a long weekend at the spa. At least when I miss out on an important event, it's because of something even more important.
Oh, so my trips to the spa are becoming a burden now. You're the one who keeps saying that a woman's job is to look pretty and not much else, yet you don't even appreciate it.
Is that why you're having an affair with a man half your age? Guess I should give our gardener a raise then, if his special pollination technique helps you feel like a beautiful young flower again.
If anything, it helps me feel desired again, something my own husband apparently can't give me anymore.
Really, Mum? You're fucking the gardener? Gross.
That wasn't meant for your ears.
Yet I'm sure every single year in the neighborhood heard it. Could you two be any more embarrassing?
Miss.
What?
Sorry to bother you, but the pastor's son came by earlier today and asked me to deliver a message.
Did you know all along, Greer Hill?
That you're secretly seeing him? Well,
That my mother is secretly seeing the gardener. Naked.
I'm afraid that was never really a secret to begin with.
So everybody knew? Damn. I've never even seen that guy. All I know is that he's apparently young enough to be my brother rather than my new father. Do you think that's normal?
Normal or not, it's none of my business, so I keep my opinions to myself.
You can keep the message from the pastor's son too. He casually mentioned getting married the other day, can you believe it? But no thanks. Not if this is how it's inevitably going to end.
Not to presume, miss, but your parents married too young and for the wrong reasons. There can be happy marriages too.
Says the 1,000-year-old unmarried butler. Sorry,
That's it. I'm out of here.
what's happening now?
Yes, leave already. Go to your toy boy and stay away for good.
And that was the last time I ever saw Delilah Crumplebottom.
Did you say something?
I was thinking about how, even though I claimed otherwise before, it's entirely possible for a woman to disappear without a trace, as demonstrated by my mother.
Please, that was 100 years ago.
Are you calling me old, still, Marcus?
Yes, but I'm also saying that nowadays the mortal police have much more advanced tools and techniques to track someone down.
But they don't have magic. Vera does, and she works for the mortal police's magical counterpart like you. If anyone can pull a Houdini like that, it's her.
And if anyone can find her nonetheless, it's me. But I have no doubt that she'll be back eventually. Maybe not today, but that's alright. We only want her Salvadoradian relics anyway.
For which we have to get through her moon barrier first, and I still don't see that happening.
Excuse me, did I ask you to cry me a river? You got Elise out of a prison created by fucking angels, so don't tell me you can't handle a common witch's magical alarm system. Perhaps she left behind a pet familiar for you to slip into and deactivate the barrier from the other side.
Even if she did, astral projection can't penetrate barriers either.
Dude, you're never going to penetrate anything if you give up so easily.
At least I still have the tools to penetrate. What about you?
I want mine back. That's exactly what we're here for, isn't it?
Calm down everyone. Remember that potion Lumi and Catalan made for us, just for this very purpose? I've never seen it in action, but my niece is an aspiring moon priestess who knows all about protective magic and ways to circumvent it, and my brother-in-law is the most capable alchemist I know, so I'd say let's try that first before falling into despair.
You never explained what it does.
It works as a one-way ticket through any barrier powered by the same kind of crystal as the potion.
What happens if the barrier is powered by a different crystal though?
Then it repels you, as usual. But I know what Vero's favorite moon crystal is, and specifically told my family to use that one for the potion, so it should work.
Well, if it does, I sure hope it never falls into the witch hunter's hands.
The witch hunters are gone. I killed their leader, remember?
The last thing I remember is Mammini pointing her wand at me. Her spell must have killed me instantly, or put me into some kind of coma.
Worse. That sadistic bitch turned you into a garden gnome, then smashed you to pieces. I barely managed to escape with your remains before the witch police swooped in, because it took me that long to figure out that pile of rubble next to your bed was actually you, and even longer to find someone to put you back together. Then I kidnapped a necromancer and tricked her into resurrecting you. It wasn't an easy task to say the least, but that's the one thing magic excels at, doing the impossible.
Mother, what's the point of us fighting magic if we keep using it for our own purposes?
Are you saying I shouldn't have done it? Was being dead so pleasant that you wish to stay that way?
What if? What if it wasn't?
All the more reason for you to be grateful then. Next time, adhere to our rules more closely, so that when you die for good, you'll end up in a better place. Consider this your second chance, and don't waste it. Crispin died in that last fight. Sven is on the verge of turning his back on our cause, and we can't afford to lose any more good people right now.
Sure you don't want me to go?
No, Loki, you already got a free release. It's my turn now.
Don't forget, the potion only works once. It will get you inside, but to get back out, you'll have to find a way to deactivate the moon barrier from within.
Got it. Look, it worked.
Hurry. If you take too long,
Then you may have to survive another week without your dick. Yeah, I'm fully aware of the seriousness of the situation. Lord of the Underworld, give me strength as I hurry to save the dicks.
I was going to say, we'll probably get caught, but she's not wrong. I still don't have a job, and my future employer will be very confused if I show up to the interview as a woman and to work as a man.
Do you even have an interview yet?
No, but we also don't have a relic yet, and no guarantee that there is one in this house, so who knows how much longer I'll be stuck like this.
If I were a crystal powering Vero's barrier, where would I be? No, these aren't moon crystals. Still no crystals so far, but a relic. That's a start. What the hell?
Aya?
Vero? I thought you were gone.
What? No, why should I be going anywhere? And what are you doing in my house?
Well, now that you're here, for whatever reason, we need your help.
Alright. You won't leave until I fix your mess again, so...
Finally I can get out of Catalin's clothes. As much as I appreciate his skills as a witch, his sense of fashion got stuck somewhere around the time our kind was publicly burned at the stake.
All this trouble just to reverse a shape-shifting spell. You know they're always temporary, right? You could have waited it out.
We waited for almost 2 weeks, too long for my liking. What if I had gotten my first period in the meantime? I wonder if my eyes would have started changing color, as it tends to happen to young merfolk upon reaching puberty.
If a little blood is enough to scare you, what made you think it was a good idea to break into the house of a necromancer who knows as many ways to kill you as to bring you back? Couldn't you just call, like normal people?
Been there, done that. We all know how cranky you get when we wake you up in the middle of the night because we require your assistance.
On top of that, I did call you several times since that spell went wrong, but you never answered, and didn't show up for work either.
I was sick, I think.
You think? You can't even tell for sure.
All I know for sure is that I appreciate my well-deserved sleep, which I'm going to catch up on now. Care to join me in bed, fish boy? If you need help feeling like a man again.
Thanks for the offer. I could definitely use a testosterone surge right now, but you couldn't even get my fishtail up. I'll leave that to someone else. Someone I have to call immediately.
I see. Well, what are you waiting for? You got what you wanted. Now piss off.
You're walking Stel Maria home? That's nice, take your time. I'm not going anywhere. See you later. Willy.
The fuck?
Why did you do that?
I didn't do anything, not right now, and not during your morning jog when you blamed me for the wind that literally knocked you off your feet. Have you ever considered that you might just be clumsy? Or the elements were playing tricks on you? Hell if I know.
That would sound a lot more convincing if you weren't an elemental witch, and the daughter of the biggest troll we know.
I still can't help you there. But speaking of Mum, was that her on the phone? Is everyone equipped with their appropriate genitals again?
It was Leviathan, but yes they are. And you know what that means.
Another long night, sure, but with how things are going between you and Leviathan, do you think that ongoing fling could ever evolve into something more?
Like what?
You know exactly what.
And you know I'm not the type for that kind of thing. What are you getting at?
Not too long ago you were pining after SetsunaMaiou, even though you must have known she wasn't going to let you fuck her. And now you keep fucking the same person, so I was wondering if you had changed your opinions about short-term versus long-term fuck buddies.
No, I'm still not interested in the latter. I love the feeling of butterflies in my stomach that usually comes with a new fling, but it doesn't last forever, and once it's gone, what's the point anymore? Look at how our parents ended up, and our grandparents, full of contempt for each other, but also too codependent to break up.
Well, they did go their separate ways eventually.
But too late, and everyone involved suffered for it, us included. If that's what they call true love as opposed to a crush, count me out. I don't want that.
So what will happen to you and Leviathan once you move past the butterfly phase?
Nothing, I assume. He's an easygoing hedonist. We'll move on, no hard feelings, and maybe get together again occasionally, like Charmaine and I. Who needs rules and commitments when you can just have fun?
Too bad Mum won't get her dream wedding then.
If she wants one, she'll have to get married again herself. But that will be a very cold day in hell.
And it would require a new suitor too.
Say, did Vero seem strange to you today?
Why? Because she made a pass at Leviathan? No, I'd call it strange if she didn't throw herself at every man in the room. Have you forgotten the time she tried to seduce you and Grande during Bitch's resurrection ritual? And her one-night stand with Tiamo?
That's not what I mean. She had been gone for weeks and didn't even acknowledge it, didn't know if she was sick or not.
Perhaps she was indeed sick. There are afflictions that can seriously mess up your memory, and your brain as a whole. Meningitis, for example.
I don't like it.
Yeah, well, I don't think anyone likes meningitis.
No, I meant...
At last. All tests done? Can we go home now?
I have not detected any signs of magical complications caused by the spell.
And I didn't even know a shape-shifting spell could cause long-term complications to begin with, but thanks anyway, Lumi. I feel fine.
Me too. Feels great to be myself again.
That's the most important thing, right, Aya? My daughter and your son are back to normal and as healthy as they can be. What could go wrong now?
A lot of things. First off, Leviathan is not my son. I've been trying to make him my son-in-law, but he and Tiamo still refuse to get married. Rude, isn't it?
A wholesome marriage can be the best part of your life. But if it doesn't work out, it can quickly become the saddest.
Something you and Aya both know from experience. Is that why you want to ask her out?
What?
What? No, that's not true. Lumi must have misunderstood. Just because you and I are both single and a little older, and our families have come together on multiple occasions recently, doesn't mean...
You're fucking with me.
No, actually, that wasn't the plan for the first date, but I wouldn't call it a date anyway.
Gross. What has gotten into you? Lumi, can ghosts get meningitis?
Oops, I should go. Tomorrow will be my trial workday as the Magic Realm's junior moon priestess, and I'd like to be well rested for it. Good night.
Sorry for the confusion. As I said, I wasn't even thinking of a date. I just want to talk, and you don't have to make yourself look pretty or anything.
Are you calling me ugly?
No, of course not.
Leviathan? Loki, we're leaving.
Better luck next time, mate.
Well, if the plan was finding me an evil stepmother, Aya Mammini fits the description to a T. If you're feeling lonely though, isn't there anybody else we can set you up with?
This is all a big misunderstanding.
And that's how Pompilia Popescu tried to ask me out. I still can't believe it.
Me neither, but you wouldn't be saying something so horrible if it wasn't true, so. Are you considering it?
Does that answer your question?
What's going on here? Were you trying to get into SM and went too far? On second thought, don't answer that.
No, nothing like that, but he was on fire all of a sudden, and I had to use my merman powers to put him out. So sorry for the flood.
Why does this keep happening to me?
What do you mean by that? Has it happened before?
Yes, and a few other strange things. It started shortly after my resurrection.
Then we should pay the Popescus another visit and ask about any potential side effects of those potions they gave you.
Oof. And here I was hoping to never see them again after that embarrassing last encounter. But, the things you do for family. We'll go first thing in the morning.
I've never been to this place before. Where are we, Allison?
Port Promise, an industrial area in the very south of SetsunaMaiou.
The big city? Hiding in plain sight, that's what we're going for now?
No, we're going for the needle in the haystack. It's a big city, like you said, even bigger than Windenburg, with no obvious connection to us, so the occults have no reason to come looking for us here.
Except your husband was born in SetsunaMaiou. We first met at his old apartment building when I came after the alien that murdered his neighbors.
You and I know that, but our enemies don't. And even if they find out and decide to attack us, don't worry. Sven is making sure we're safe here.
My mother told me about his plans to leave the children of the sun.
Yes, he thinks some of our methods are a little extreme, especially when occult children are involved. But one day those children will inevitably turn out like the bloodthirsty monsters that raised them, and we're doing the world a favor by getting rid of them. My husband knows that, he just needs a reminder every now and then.
But hiding out here and hoping the occults won't find us isn't going to accomplish anything. We're supposed to be hunting them, not the other way around.
And we will be. But we still need time to regroup, rethink our strategies. And you've just come back from the dead. It's a miracle, but it can't be easy readjusting to a normal life again after catching a glimpse of heaven.
Yes, it's hard. Very hard.
Don't stress yourself out, Prudence. Rest while you can. Your mother has everything under control until you're fit to take the helm again. We're all happy to have you back.
What were you doing at the time that sudden gust of wind threw you to the ground?
Leviathan dragged me out for a jog in the morning. It was actually pretty funny, like the wind was trying to stop me because I really didn't want to go.
He always claims to have another article to write for his job, but I think he's just lazy, because even at home, I never see him writing.
Okay, and every time you randomly burst into flames, you were either having sex or thinking about it.
Correct. And that also involved Leviathan every single time. Maybe it's his fault.
I don't think so, and I don't know what Catalan put in those potions you consumed, but what you're describing sounds more like magic reacting to your emotions, as it often happens to young witches discovering their powers.
The thought has crossed my mind too, but it can't be. Tiamo lost his magic 15 years ago.
Due to a curse?
Probably.
Then there's your answer. He died and came back to life. No better way to break a curse.
True.
What? Does that mean
You're a witch again. A witch and a vampire.
Congratulations. See, not my fault after all.
But
This is so exciting. You're going to need a wand to keep your uncontrolled emotions in check though. Let's go shopping in Caster's Alley. I was hoping to find myself a new personal familiar anyway.
Thanks, Lumi. That will be all.
Do you come here often?
I know you're gay, so what's with the lame pickup line?
That isn't regarded as a pickup line on Sulani, where I'm from, but never mind. I was only wondering if you like fishing.
A rather boring hobby, I know. But it helps me relax during my breaks. I rarely catch anything.
Then today's your lucky day. I can show you a few tricks if you want.
Are you fucking kidding me? You let another one of my kind die and I'm the replacement? Wait until my day of reckoning, you stupid fucking bitch witches.
Veiled is back, everyone. How I've missed this.
Have you decided what kind of wand you'd like?
Not yet. I'm still trying to process this, and it's honestly a little scary. I'm a witch again. For real.
Yep. Like Wilbica said, we're definitely going to need a wand to get your mood swings under control, or you'll be shooting actual butterflies the next time you crush on somebody.
We need to talk. It's urgent.
You? Intrusive as always, but whatever. That guy? No thanks.
This is not about me. What I wanted to tell you can wait.
Vero's strange behavior kept nagging at me, so I talked to her again, or rather, I let my vampiric charm do the talking. Turns out Vero didn't spend the last week or so sick in her bed. Whatever happened to her was the work of a vampire who erased most of her memories afterwards, but fragments still remained in her subconscious mind.
And?
I couldn't make out a lot, but it looked like they were using her to resurrect somebody. And I think it was Prudence.
Prudence Lacroix? No way. I didn't just shoot her in the heart or cut off her head, I deliberately destroyed her whole body so she couldn't be brought back. Unless they found a different vessel for her soul, it's impossible.
Had it been a different vessel, I would not have recognized her. I don't know how they did it either, but from now on we'll have to be on our guard again.
But my children, I can't. What? Pompiliu, watch over Tiamo and Wilbica.
There.
You.
What do you want?
How dare you dress like this, so out of fashion? You should be ashamed.
That wasn't her.
You don't say, Captain Obvious. But she's out there somewhere. She's